You love your raccoon sister?
Crystal was born to live in the wild, climbing trees and exploring forests alongside her family. Instead, before her life had truly begun, she was found alone beside a swimming pool, shivering in the cold and no bigger than the palm of a hand. Few could have imagined that this helpless baby raccoon would one day form an extraordinary friendship with a gentle family dog, a bond that would prove love doesn't recognize differences.
She's having some breakfast sandwich. Tumba is having some breakfast sandwich.
Her story began during the quiet hours of an early morning. Someone spotted the tiny newborn lying motionless near the edge of a swimming pool. She should have been safe inside a warm den with her mother, but somehow she had become separated and was fighting to survive on her own. Fortunately, the family who discovered her also operated a small wildlife rescue. They understood just how fragile newborn raccoons are. Without immediate care, Crystal would have little chance of making it through the day. They brought her inside anyway, wrapped her in soft blankets, and began feeding her by bottle every few hours, through the night and into each new day. Slowly, her body held on, her eyes opened. She grew, but something was wrong.
All right, reunion stories are my absolute favorite. I had another successful one the other night.
As the weeks passed, her back legs began to lag behind the rest of her. Tests confirmed what the family had quietly feared. Crystal had developed a rare autoimmune condition that had stolen her mobility. Walking the way a raccoon walks, climbing, foraging, surviving on her own in the wild, none of it would ever be possible for her. The plan to release her back into the forest quietly faded away. Crystal was staying
Her own way. What are you doing, silly girl? You just like chewing on it?
What could have been a story of loss became something else entirely. She settled into the household, cautious and watchful, taking in her new surroundings with the measured wariness of a creature who had learned early that the world could be unpredictable. That was when she first encountered Tumba.
Here's Crystal getting a bath, getting all clean.
He was the family's dog, big, soft-eyed, and calm in the way that only truly gentle animals can be. He approached her with his nose low and his tail moving in slow, easy sweeps. Crystal pulled back. She pressed herself to the far side of the room, watching him with sharp, uncertain eyes. One moment she seemed curious. The next, she turned away entirely, unwilling to be reached.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. We're going to go get a Saturday morning treat. We're going to get some breakfast croissants and coffee, maybe some donuts. We got Crystal and Tumba.
Tumba did not push. He came back the next day and the day after that and simply lay nearby, not crowding her, not demanding anything, just being present, the way a good friend sometimes knows to be. Then, one unremarkable afternoon, something shifted.
Crystal and I are out on a walk today, out in the cold, so we're bundled up, trying to stay warm.
Crystal moved toward him, not quickly, not with any fanfare. She simply crossed the small distance between them and settled close to his side. Tumba's breathing stayed slow and even. He didn't move. He just let her stay. That was the moment the distance between them closed for good. After that, they were rarely apart.
You love your raccoon sister?
Mornings found them at breakfast together, Crystal helping herself to the best bites before Tumba could get to them. It became their routine, easy and familiar. Afternoons often ended on the couch, the two of them curled close, Crystal's breathing slowing as she drifted to sleep against the warmth of his side. A kind supporter eventually gifted Crystal a stroller. She took to it immediately. On walks, her ears rotated toward every sound, alert and alive. The neighborhood became her forest. The stroller became her way of exploring it. She learned to communicate with the people who loved her, using a nudge of her head or the sweep of her fluffy tail to say what she needed. She was never without a voice.
I'm sorry, baby. You used to love them. You used to love these. All right, definitely rejected now. Oh.
Trust, it turns out, doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it just walks quietly across a room and decides to stay. Does your own companion have a small habit that tells you they feel completely at home? I'd love to read your stories in the comments.
Crystal's story reminds us that even when life doesn't go the way we plan, it can still unfold into something beautiful.
Mm-hmm.